In every movie and show that revolved around wish making and wish granting, they all had that constant rule. You can't wish someone in love with you. And for the longest time, I always wondered why that was such a steady rule in all of them. After watching Obsession, I now completely understand why. Obsession is a new horror movie directed by Curry Baker in what I believe is his directorial debut? Nope, I'm wrong. He directed a movie called Milk and Cereal that got released straight to YouTube, so... this is his first theatrical release. This movie revolves around this guy named Bear. He has a huge crush on this girl, Nikki, who he's been friends with for a long time. He wants to tell her how he feels, but, you know, fear of rejection, fear of ruining the friendship, just simple fear in itself. He's never had the courage to be able to do that. One day, though, he comes across this toy, this trinket called a one-wish willow. You break it in half, you can make one wish, and it will be granted. He doesn't totally believe in it, but one night he decides, you know what? He decides to wish that Nikki would love him more than anybody else in the world. He breaks it in half, and guess what? His wish comes true. They now become a couple. Doesn't take long, though, for Nikki to exhibit some very disturbing, obsessive tendencies towards Bear. And now he's about to learn the very valuable lesson, be careful what you wish for. Or as this movie says, be careful who you wish for. One thing that immediately drew me to this movie was the premise in itself. Namely, with how it starts in the idea of a guy likes a girl that he's been friends with for a while, and he doesn't know how to make the next move. That right there is relatable for pretty much any guy out there who's ever liked a girl in his life. Especially one that we've been friends with. You know, it's like maybe, you know, we hung out with them for a while, we got to know them, we, you know, really like who they were personally, and we wanted to take that next step, but we were afraid of rejection, we were afraid of ruining the friendship. That's completely relatable. Because when you see Bear and he wants to tell Nikki how he feels, but he can't just break that ice, he can't make that move because he doesn't know how to go about it, he doesn't know how to do it the right way, he doesn't know if there is a right way. And frustratingly enough with him, and that is a word I will use with Bear a lot in this video, but frustratingly enough with him is the fact that when you initially see the banter that he and Nikki have, it's not like there's no way she couldn't like him back. I mean, she gives him some pretty open windows in the beginning to just let her know how he feels about her, and he's just never able to go through with it. So that right there was very painful to watch, not just for the character, but also as a guy who's gone through that many times before. I mean, you know, that hits you type of way. It's like, yeah, it really never is as easy as we think. And yeah, when he makes that wish and Nikki becomes in love with him, you know, he starts doing things that are, well, questionable to say the least. Because in the beginning, when they start off as a couple, it seems very cute, it seems very nice, you know, they're just, you know, enjoying each other and thinking, oh good, it all worked out for him. Great. Until she really starts exhibiting some really disturbing qualities. Like, you know, she starts doing certain things around the house, or she starts acting a type of way, or she starts, you know, treating other people around him a certain way. Like, it's in that moment, he doesn't really become a very sympathetic character. It's in that moment you really start to see, oh no, what he's done is bad. Because what makes it worse for him and what makes him a really frustrating character, as I already mentioned, is the fact that he's not really doing much about it. I mean, he will maybe, like, explain to some people here and there, it's like, hey, she's been acting different, I don't really know what's going on. Like, trying to BS his way a little bit through that, but it's like, once people clearly start saying, it's like, yo, something's wrong with your girl, you need to get a hold of this, and he tries, well, like, oh no, she's just going through some stuff, everything's fine, I got it under control, it's fine. Like, that's what it says, it's like, bro, clearly everything is not fine. This is really, really bad right now, you gotta do something. Like, there's just many times in this movie where, like, if he took action a little bit earlier, a lot of things could have been avoided. Like, I'm gonna say this right now. He probably should have, at many points in this movie, just called 911. Call the police, explain what your girlfriend's doing, they'll, you know, keep her locked away, you can figure out a solution to all this. A lot of things could have been avoided. But no, he won't do that because he is so fixated on the idea of Nikki loving him that he just can't let it go. Made for a great performance from Michael Johnson, and yeah, it made Bear a character you really slowly look at him and you're just like, you deserve everything that's coming to you. But yeah, let's get to the real performance in this movie. Let's get to the real character in this movie. Nikki, played by Indy Navarrete. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly because she deserves her props. She is terrifying in this movie. I mean, she really fucking disturbs you. Once that wish is made and she becomes completely fixated and obsessed with Bear, it's fucking scary, dude. Like, she will have like these random freaky outbursts out of nowhere that just scare the living shit out of you. She's screaming at him. She's saying all these absurd things. He doesn't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You don't know what's gonna happen. She couldn't even be doing anything. She could just be standing there with some form of expression on her face. And the camera will do this thing where it will just completely stay on her look for a long period of time, to the point where you just feel really uncomfortable. And I'm just like, please, stop. I don't want to look at it anymore. Stop. And yeah, there's some things she does in there that just, they make you feel gross. They make you feel extremely unsettled. It's pretty crazy. But what really plays into the horror with the character of Nikki is the fact that we've seen a lot of movies about people who become possessed or become taken over by something before. But in her case, what made hers particularly scary is the kind of possessed that she was. Like, in so many other horror movies, we see, you know, demons possess someone, and, you know, like, alright, so now this person's gonna try to kill everyone around them, or do this to everyone around them. That's not the case with her. She's been wished to love Bear more than anyone in the world, so you know her intent is never going to be to hurt him. However, you don't know the way she's going to react to other people, or how she's going to react in certain situations, or how she might respond to him. It's like, you know there's a good chance she's not going to kill him, and as a result, that just makes the movie so much more unpredictable. And you also really feel terrible for Nikki. I mean, there's a point, I mean, I've been doing a lot of research and like fan theories and stuff like that since I saw the movie, but there are various moments in the movie where you almost think, like, is Nikki aware that she's been taken over by this wish? Like, she is possessed? Like, she's been made to be something that loves Bear? Like, there are moments in there you're just like, you feel like the girl knows she's not in control right now. And that's what made the movie a little bit even more horrifying in her sense. It's like, she knows she can't control what's happening with her. So when she says things that are really disturbing, or certain things are happening between her and Bear, and like very blank expressions might be on her face as stuff's going on, it kind of makes you feel sick. It disturbs you. It's just, it can be nightmare fuel, 100%. I mean, like I said, they're mutual friends in this movie. They see all this, and it all feels weird to them. It's like, yeah, out of nowhere, you guys are just dating super seriously, and, you know, Nikki is clearly showing obsessive tendencies towards them around all their friends, and again, it leads me back to theory. It's like, you all see how she's acting, and yeah, Bear's telling you not to worry about it, but none of you wanted to call the police? Evidently, I'm gonna go back to that a bunch of times in this review, but I mean, it's true, it would have solved a lot of issues. I would say there's one moment in particular that I struggle with. Like, there's a moment Nikki does something that's really bad, and to the point where another group of people had to get involved in some way, shape, or form, and I'm just sitting here wondering, it's like, okay, how were they able to get out of that? Or so it seems through the movie that they were able to just get out of that pretty effortlessly. Wouldn't these people have had some questions? Again, I'm trying to be vague because I don't want to ruin the movie for you guys, but that was something that, you know, definitely had me thinking, okay, I would have liked to see how they were able to swing that away. And ultimately, it's like this. Is the movie effective? Is the movie scary? Oh, absolutely. And the movie does rely on various horror tropes here and there, like bloody violence, some jump scares here and there, but the way it executes them is what really works for it. Because again, in other horror movies, you might get a sense when a jump scare might happen. You might get a sense when we're about to get like a graphic kill or disturbing imagery. In this movie, again, its unpredictability is what's really gonna be what carries it. Because then, when certain things happen, a jump scare is gonna hit you a little bit harder. Some really graphic violence is gonna make you go, oh, fuck, it's gonna affect you more. You really have no idea how the movie unfolds, and I appreciated that so much. And yeah, to the movie's credit, it actually has some humor in it. Really effective humor, I might add. A lot of it's very situationally funny, or again, a character might say or do something that's just completely out of left field that just has you like, oh, fuck. But no, for me, it's the scene we saw in the trailer that really affected me. It's like when Bear's on the phone with the guy who works for customer service for the One Wish Willow, and he's like, hey, I want to see if I can alter my wish, and the way the guy responds, he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, we don't really do that. It's like you could just hear it in the guy's voice that he probably gets calls like this all the fucking time, and he's like, dude, I can't help you. You did this to yourself, live with it. I feel like anyone who works in customer service that sees this movie and watches that mode is just gonna die because they're gonna be like, yep, that's way too real. Also, yeah, I thought the ending of this movie was great. Very satisfying, completely fitting. It's dark, it's tragic, it's really fucked up. But again, I never really knew how the movie was gonna end. And even when you are approaching what is that final act, the movie was going a bunch of different small directions here and there that made me think, okay, it's gonna end like this. Oh, no, okay, it's gonna end like this. Okay, then it'll end this way. Oh, no, okay. But yeah, when the movie ends, I'll say it like this. You feel a very broken, empty feeling inside, but in the best way possible that you could from watching a movie like Obsession. Best way I would describe that. So all in all, yeah, I thought Obsession was great. Michael Johnson as Bear, he starts out very sympathetic and then just becomes really pathetic to the point where, you just, he's deserving of everything that happens to him, basically. This is what happens when you don't think your wishes through, people. Indy Navarrete as Nikki. Absolutely fantastic in this movie. I mean, she scared the shit out of me. She was absolutely disturbing. Her range, her ability to act certain ways, pull off certain looks, and just scare the fucking shit out of you. Respect to her, that's talent. It does fall a little bit of the horror cliche where certain decisions had characters just made them could have solved a lot of problems, but, naturally, I guess that just comes with horror movies at this point, but I still can't ignore that. This movie scared me, it disturbed me, it was completely unpredictable, and that's what really went for it. I loved that. Seriously, I saw this movie with my fiance, and she handles horror movies way better than I do. This movie was so unpredictable that there were moments when scares happening, she was latching on to me. That's when you know it's effective. It has a really great premise. I mean, this whole One Wish Willow thing, the movie's killing at the box office right now. Curry Baker, if you want to make a spin-off show or even movie revolving that, I'd be perfectly down to see that. It had good humor when it needed to have surprisingly good humor. The way it uses the other horror tropes in terms of scares and violence and imagery, it's all extremely well done and executed so well. And in the end, this is easily the best horror movie I've seen so far this year. And I cannot wait to see what Curry Baker does next. I'm going to give Obsession an 8 out of 10, which makes it a movie I will absolutely be buying on physical home media.
Shut up and take my money.
So that's all I got to say, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. And as always, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.